And taken right back by Del Pozzo. Let's see if Franco uses a timeout here. It'd be an ideal time to do so. And he will. Good call. Del Pozzo puts the ball back into play. Looking for the lead, shooting against Tracy McMillan. Franco rocks back and forth, tried to come near side. Taken away by McMillan. This is round of 16 action. The winner would advance to the quarterfinal. Shot down the middle by McMillan was on goal. Tracy gets in stretches where he really snaps off that long pull shot. Of course, over the years, we've also seen, when teamed with Dave Gummison, get into a mode of simply feeding Dave the ball. Well, when Tracy wants to score, he does, and Del Pozzo wants to score here, and he does. It's now 4-3. Robertson, though, with that really quick wall pass. Will set it up, looking to even it up. Against Peros, and he finds the hole near corner. Right now, Peros not offering a lot of resistance, but Blake Robertson also shooting the ball extremely well, and here's Del Pozzo looking for a second game win. Franco with a traditional rocking style snake shot. Finds the hole to the far side. It's one game apiece. Game 3 underway, tied up at a game apiece. Robertson can't connect on the pass, picked up by Peros. Phil's pull kick effort ends up in the hands of Robertson. Quickly advances it. Blake's quick shot kept out by Peros. And taken away by Robertson. Blake's shot attempt again. Peros is there. Phil, 2 blocks in a row. They're going to need more of that. Del Pozzo playing very well in the forward position. We're even up at a game apiece, and really Del Pozzo and Peros could be up 2 games to nothing. They were ahead 4-2 in that opening game. Pass along the outside wall, stolen away by Del Pozzo. Franco setting it up, and again using a traditional rocking snake shot. Going to have to go down the middle at some point, though. Beautiful locked in pass by McMillan. Robertson for the early lead here in game number 3 finds that tight corner near side. Well, Peros takes a closer look and says, nice shot. Quick pass attempt by Del Pozzo. Blocked by Robertson. And this is Tracy McMillan, future Hall of Famer. When you're listing the greatest American table soccer players of all time, he is going to be in the conversation. A 3-time world champion. And stroking it home to the near side from that pull shot set at goal is McMillan. In fact, Tracy McMillan has won 4 world titles. He won a mixed doubles title back in the, I believe, early 2000s. And has won 2 Tornado Worlds and an ITSF World Championship with partner Dave Gummison. So a 4-time world champion, multinational champion as well. Goalie of the year on several occasions. And certainly considered one of the great goalies in the history of the sport. And Blake Robertson brings it across and nails that near corner. It's 3-0. Del Pozzo and Peros have to be careful now. Robertson, a streak player, and if he gets hot, he gets really hot. Right now it's 4-0. Robertson and McMillan 1 goal away from taking a 2-1 lead in this round of 16 match in open doubles, as the winner of this one will advance to the quarterfinals. Shot down the middle, blocked by McMillan. Remains 4-0 here in game 3. Pozzo tried to go far corner. And eventually it ends up in the hands of McMillan. Pozzo able to pass this one and grab it. Gonna freestyle a little bit. Having basically already conceded this game as Robertson and McMillan are leading 4-0. Chance here for Robertson to officially give his team a 2-1 lead. But Peros extends the game a little longer. Here's Robertson again. So Blake Robertson, Tracy McMillan come out and win game number 3, 5-0. Franco Del Pozzo puts the ball into play, opening up game number 4. And this first point here, very important for Del Pozzo and Peros. When Blake Robertson gets a lead, he is tough to derail. He and his partner, Tracy McMillan, have scored the last 5 points. Opportunity here for Del Pozzo to score first here in the 4th. Franco try to come near side. And again, McMillan shutting down the corners right now. Franco is going to have to sit, wait, and then find that middle hole just to establish the fact that he's willing to go there. And this pass rattles through. Let's see what Franco does here. He has taken his time well. We'll throw out that last game, of course, but during the course of the first 2 games, he took his time very nicely and does so here and scores to the near corner. It's 1-0. It's a big shot. Pozzo tries to brush it up. Robertson out there waiting for him. Quick pass along the wall, stolen away by Robertson. That's some good defensive 5. And that quick wall pass that Robertson uses so well. A chance to even it up for Blake. Trying to come near side. Peros there waiting for it. Shot on goal by Phil Peros. Tracy McMillan. Pass attempt. Can't connect. Peros able to reel it in. Nothing lead here in the 4th game in favor of Del Pozzo and Peros. They trail 2-1 to Blake Robertson and Tracy McMillan. Final day action from the 2012 Bart O'Hearn celebration at Buffalo Billiards on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Inside Foos, halfway through almost, a very busy month. Last week, I was in Germany covering the Leonhardt World Championships for Kazum.com. And then in 2 weeks, we begin a rather elongated journey around the world as we go to Taiwan for the Fireball World Championships and then to Germany for the P4P German Championships, which is the biggest tournament in the world. There'll be 700 or 800 players at that tournament in Bonn, Germany. And Robertson finds the far side. It's 1-1. So you'll be able to watch both of those events live. The Taiwan World Championships will be at Kazum.com. It'll be streamed free for those of you who would like to watch that event, the first ever World Championship in Asia. A very historic event. And then 1 week later at netfoods.tv, we'll have the P4P German Championships. Quick shot attempt by Del Pozzo, taking away by McMillan. It remains 1-1 here in the fourth game. Tracy McMillan, one of those goalies, and there's only a handful of them that really give the illusion, or perhaps it's physically accurate, that the goal is shrinking as the match goes on. The holes get smaller. Ball put back into play by McMillan. It remains 1-1, and this is not a good sign for Del Pozzo and Peros. They really needed to get off to a fast start here, so while it is only 1-1, it has been stalled at this point for a little while. Franco Del Pozzo really needs to get this one. And a quick shot. Not going to get that one in on McMillan. It's still 1-1 here in the fourth. That one's sent up the table by Tracy and dug out by Robertson. And Robertson quickly converts near side. It's 2-1. 2-1 leading games and score for Blake Robertson and Tracy McMillan. Del Pozzo coming out quickly, passing it through and setting it up. Franco needs to take his time. And he does, and he scores it. It's 2-2. That's a huge shot there. And that pass attempt by Robertson. Peros couldn't keep it out as it bounced off the wall. Might have hit off a man. Robertson and McMillan back on top. Can Del Pozzo answer? Really taking his time nicely here, then rattled that one off the corner, and then it spun in anyway. So it was a nice shot on the first effort. He really got it out there deep, rattled it off both corners, which created a spin that carried it in after the fact. Pozzo and Peros have tied it up at 3. Robertson. Tried to go back to the far side. Peros there defensively. Robertson rebounds, resets, and it's match point. Del Pozzo and Peros got off to a good start. We're up 4-2 in the first game. Robertson and McMillan came back to steal it. Then Peros and Del Pozzo won game 2. But it was Robertson and McMillan who won the third game 5-0, and they're up 4-3 here in game number 4. Those two gentlemen there have a chance to win the match and move to the quarterfinals. Peros attempting a bank. That shot just wide. And there might have been a jar in there. The correct call here is to give it to the 5-row. And the correct call is made. You saw Del Pozzo give it to him on the 5-row. That is exactly the right thing to do in that situation. Pass attempt by Robertson, blocked away, comes back to McMillan. Always a great compromise when there has been a jar, whether or not Blake Robertson could have caught it. The jar did exist, and you didn't allow him any sort of chance to catch it. So you give it to him on the 5. Works out for everybody. And there's Peros getting on the scoreboard. That's a big shot from Phil. It's 4-4. Del Pozzo and Peros keeping their hopes alive, but they've got to have this one, and Del Pozzo can't grab that. Tracy McMillan brings it across with a pass attempt, kind of a clearing effort, a smart play, high percentage play, but it's intercepted, picked off by Del Pozzo, who has possession on the 5. Crushes it down beautifully to his 3-rod, and Franco now with a chance to send this match to game number 5. Does have a timeout remaining, and he doesn't need it as Del Pozzo able to stroke it home far side. It's 2 games apiece. Here we go. 5th game underway. Quick pass attempt by Robertson, blocked by Del Pozzo. The second attempt is successfully completed to his shooting rod. Blake sets it up, looking for point number 1 of game number 5. And he finds it, whipping it out there to that far corner. 1-0 lead for Robertson and McMillan. Here in the fifth and final game. The winner advances to the quarterfinals. In that fourth game, a big shot at 4-3 by Peros to tie it. And Del Pozzo took advantage of his opportunity and put it away. And Franco needs to take advantage of this one as well as he sets it up against McMillan. Tried to come near side. Again, sliding out there was Tracy to make the block and take it away. McMillan's shot sent towards the goal, dug out by Peros. Phil's shot down the middle, blocked and taken away by Robertson. Blake for a 2-0 lead. Jokes it to the far side. You saw Peros guessing entirely near corner. Give Phil credit for committing to what he was thinking, but left a rather gaping hole in that far corner. 2-0 here, and this is a big ball for Del Pozzo and Peros. Del Pozzo able to pick this one up on the 5 and pass it along the wall. Franco has to take his time and has to take a quick look perhaps at that straight hole, although he goes with a quick set near corner. That's a good pick in that situation. But again, he's going to have to, as we go down the stretch here, he's going to have a look at that straight. As a goalie, the quality of Tracy McMillan is not going to give up the corners often. 2-1 lead now for Robertson and McMillan. Blake finds that hole far side again. Blake really gets that far corner snake shot out there. It's not dead man, it's awfully close. And Del Pozzo turning it over. Robertson sets it up, looking for a 4-1 lead, and finds it. Once again, match point for Robertson and McMillan, who have come out to get 4 of the 5 goals in about 2.5 minutes here in this 5th game. Again, it's taking advantage of every opportunity. If you're Del Pozzo and Peros, going up against a very high-quality team. Perhaps a score and a switch might be in order here. Let's see. Del Pozzo chokes it down the middle. It's 4-2, and there it is. A switch. Peros to forward. Del Pozzo to goal. Phil defensively on the 5 against Robertson. I don't think he's going to give him a wall, and he does it. Del Pozzo able to pick it up. See if Franco's going to shoot it. Franco brings that full kick near side. Rebounded by McMillan. Tracy's shot attempt. Comes back to him. Remains 4-2 here in the 5th game. Pozzo keeps it out. Franco looking to be offensive here. Looping around the ball. Comes down the middle with a pull kick on goal. And Tracy able to bring it across, stroke it into the goal. In 5 games, Tracy McMillan and Blake Robertson defeat Franco Del Pozzo and Phil Peros to advance to the quarterfinals. And we have some more action in open singles for you down on table number 1. That's Tracy McMillan. He's in the white shirt with the yellow sleeves. He'll be on the right and on the left in the white shirt with the yellow sleeves. That's David Vick. And we can tell the difference between the hats. David Vick with the blue hat, Tracy McMillan with the gray. Just getting it underway. It is best 2 games out of 3. The winner advances to 7th place or better in the losers bracket. A couple of pull shooters. David Vick, very talented player out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Tracy McMillan, of course, the legend out of Houston. Tracy McMillan leading 1-0 here in game number 1 as Vic sets it up and hammers that pull shot down the middle. It's 1-1. Here in game number 1. Jim Stevens and Inside Foods Productions. Happy to be here to bring you all the excitement of this outstanding event from Austin, Texas. McMillan sat on the ball, then tried to stroke the long pull shot, rattled it off of both corners. Vic with a rebound. Two pull shooters, two really good shooters from goal as well. Tracy will set it up looking for the lead early on here in game number 1. Stubs that one back between the defensive man of David Vick. Vick looking to answer. But with that quick shot inside, Tracy McMillan stayed home to make the block. 2-1 lead early on for McMillan. Tracy puts that one on goal, then jumps into the forward position, stabs it forward. And David Vick. Tracy will look for a 3-1 lead here. And he gets it as he strokes home the long pull shot. The white shirts with the yellow sleeves, the official Bart O'Hearn 2012 shirt. Vic could use this one. David takes his time, then has it blocked by McMillan, and sends it on goal with a 5, and it drops in. It's 3-2. So Vic able to pick that one up, slam it in off that man and into the goal. And now David steals it. David Vick to tie it at 3. Chokes it down the middle. So Vick, with 2 quick ones, has tied it up at 3 here in game number 1. And it steals it away again. For the lead. Vic doesn't execute the shot. Tied up at 3 here in the first game. It's open singles, losers bracket for 7th place or better. Vic comes back down the middle off that back pin and grabs it on the 5, steps into the forward position. David tries to come down the middle, I believe, with a shot attempt. And he's going to call timeout. David Vick putting the ball back into play. Able to brush that runner pass through the lane. Vic now with another chance to take the lead. David tried to go with that long pull shot, taken away by McMillan. Sent towards the goal and then eventually grabbed on the 5 row of Vic. And David able to brush it through again. Let's see what David decides to do here. Tries to go inside, taken away by McMillan. Tracy McMillan slowing it down and try to go to the short side. And again, Dick able to dig it out. Vic will set it up. Quick straight attempt. He's had 4 chances to take the lead. McMillan able to pick it up on his 5-rod. David Vick has gotten possessions and able to stroke home the pull kick here from goal. So Vick couldn't do it from forward. He does do it from goal, and he's given himself the lead here in game 1. Always nice to be able to shoot the ball from goal in the singles format. Shot down the middle on goal, sent the other way by McMillan, then dug out by Tracy on the 5-row. McMillan now with a chance to even it. Tracy McMillan. Tries to go short side. Vic takes it away. And back into his own goal. Aggressive effort to the near corner resulted in a shot just wide of the goal that carried him quickly back into his own goal. And just like that, it's 4-4. Vic for a first game win flips it over to the straight hole. David Vick comes out to get the first game. He leads 1-0. Second game underway. David Vick won the opening game 5-4. McMillan with that pass off the wall. And a quick shot. It's 1-0. And look for an elevated effort here in this second game from Tracy McMillan. Tracy picking up the pace, slammed that one on goal. Vic had a man in the way of it. Tracy McMillan's tournament life on the line here. He's down 1-0 in a loser's bracket match of open singles. A man that many people considered a real threat for the title. Certainly he remains that, but he is in a tight situation here against a very tough player in David Vick. David Vick will be traveling to Nantes, France in January for the first time to compete in the senior events. David is a senior player, although certainly still competitive at the very highest level as well. In fact, there's a fair chance that David, although playing senior events in the World Championship in Nantes, could also play for the men's World Cup team. We'll see how that all plays out. He'd be a nice addition. Reset. Vick to tie it at 1. And McMillan there defensively. Nice snag on the rebound by David. Vick goes inside here. McMillan with a blocked and all the way back down into Tracy's goal. It's 1-1. 1-1 here in game number 2.